everybody. It's Katie Harris from the Mitochondria Code, and today we're talking about stem cell treatments and the going abroad for them. So I get this a lot. Like, I'm going to go to Mexico, I'm going to Costa Rica, and it's not legal in the United States, and that's simply not true. So if you're thinking about flying overseas for a stem cell treatment, well, first of all, you're not alone. A lot of people are doing it. But let's talk about what this means and kind of the pros and cons of it, right? So stem cell tourism it's booming, right? Like, it's all over the place. People are popping up clinics and it's a huge, huge moneymaker. So this is first red flag is when clinics start popping up all over the place and charging exorbitant, crazy prices. Stem cells are not that expensive, okay? No matter what they tell you, they're not that expensive. You don't need to be paying $25,000 for a single stem cell injection. I mean, hopefully that includes like 10 stem cell injections. But anyway, um, many um, many of these places can be dangerous, and that's what I want to talk about because they mask what they're doing behind a veil of proprietary methods. And this becomes very, very dangerous. And that's what you need to talk about and think about before you do this. So many international clinics will market stem cells as a cure-all. And, basically in the United States, that's illegal for a lot of very good reasons. But from everything from joint pain to Parkinson's, I've seen them come up to the United States and put on, these video presentations, and they'll say, oh, this person had Parkinson's. She got one stem cell from our proprietary method. And the next thing you know, she's dancing around the room and, Parkinson's is a past dream. But that what they don't tell you is what they're doing to the stem cells, because a lot of times we don't know what they're doing to the stem cells, but it could put your life at risk. And that becomes the biggest issue here. So here's the red flag. When a clinic says that their process is a proprietary method and won't explain what they're actually injecting into you, then you should run, because there's complete and utter transparency. If the stem cells should not be manipulated or very minimally manipulated. And if they're more than minimally manipulated, then one, you need a clinic overseas, and two, that's what's really putting you at risk. So in the US, the FDA requires that stem cell therapies go through rigorous safety testing, and overseas, a lot of them have FDA boards, but you don't know what's going on there. You don't know what's okay, what's not okay. So clinics could be injecting poorly characterized cells. They can be injecting contaminated products. They can be injecting cells from other people or animals that are just not regulated, or they're just manipulating the cells beyond what science is capable of doing. So if they're manipulating cells and genetically modifying them, then you're now a guinea pig for that proprietary practice. So people have come home with infections and tumors and immune reactions and even paralysis, right? So that all can come from unregulated stem cell procedures. So before you trust anyone with your stem cells, right, you want to ask what kind of cells are being used? Where did they get them from? Where are these cells coming from? How are they processed and where? That's really, really important. And is the procedure approved by a national regulatory agency? If you're getting vague answers or it's our proprietary method, well, there is no proprietary method in getting stem cells. It just doesn't exist. So the proprietary method is we're doing something to them that we're not supposed to be doing, or we can't tell you because it's a little shady or seedy. Okay, so that is exactly what they're saying. So be very, very careful of places that can't tell you because it's proprietary information. Stem cell therapy does hold real promise. I'm not taking away from that. Stem cells can be amazing for the right patient in the right clinical setting. So, but that comes from an overall optimization system as well, right? You just don't receive stem cells and then miraculously you're a new person and it's like the disease never existed before. Stem cells are part of an entire medical optimization program. And if you're just going overseas to get one stem cell infusion and coming back and you haven't changed anything else in your life, it's really going to have very minimal impact, okay, or very time limited impact. Real medicine requires real transparency. This is really important. Don't trade hope for hype because there's a lot of really, really good marketing, and the really good marketing tugs at your emotional strings, right? Because people make decisions based on emotions. So you see pictures of Parkinson's patients dancing around and they no longer have Parkinson's disease. This is pulling at heartstrings, and you really want that. You want that so badly. But again, don't let proprietary shield for what's considered shady science or, just lack of transparency. You need to know what they're putting in your body, and that you need to know where it's coming from too. I mean, really, certain if it's coming from a cell line, it could increase the risk of cancer, especially if it's been manipulated, right? We don't have that problem with donated perinatal tissue that we get in the United States. That's not an issue, but it is an issue when cells have been manipulated or they're coming from cell lines, where that is happening. So very, very important. And that's not to scare anybody, but at some level you have to know, you have to be completely intentional about what you're doing and know what you're getting into and what the risks are with it. So if you're considering regenerative therapies, talk to a provider who's trained, transparent, and accountable. At Philly Wellness Center, we are certified through the American Association of Stem Cell Physicians. We offer top quality stem cell therapies for the right patient, for the right condition. And we source our stem cells from the Center for Regenerative Medicine, which is out of Florida. It's run by Dr. AJ Farshian, who is a world leader in stem cell therapies. He's been doing this for decades, literally decades, and he's been treating the celebrities and the who's who of Hollywood. And so he was also part of the Olympics at one point, is doing a really amazing stuff. So he knows stem cells. He runs the Center for Regenerative Medicine, where they curate stem cells the proper way, the transparent way. There's complete FDA oversight of the processing. They actually pay the FDA over $50,000 a month just to verify that everything's being done in a proper, transparent method. So you're getting good cells, stem cells from a reputable source. Nobody's being exploited. All of it is above the board. And we're not price gouging either, right? Like you don't need to be price gouged with stem cells. They don't have to be outrageously expensive. They can be affordable to, the little man or to anybody. Like stem cells are an affordable treatment, especially when you think about the alternatives. What if you don't do them, right? What is the cost of doing nothing? And again, it comes down to the right case scenario, the right person, the right treatment, and also the right optimization program. So again, stem cells aren't the cure-all for anything. They are part of a medical optimization program that can help facilitate recovery and to augment and speed up the recovery process. So if you are interested, definitely give us a call. There's lots of clinics around the United States. Stem cells are absolutely legal in the United States. That's a non-issue. So you can stay here in the United States, and then with all the money that you save, take your trip to Costa Rica and just enjoy the beach, right? You don't have to go there for stem cells. Know what you're getting. Don't go with proprietary methods where they won't tell you what is going on. Stem cells are an extremely transparent therapy that is available in the United States for affordable prices. So feel free to contact us for a consultation and see how we can work with you. You can use the links below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.